Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Force here, and today we'll be taking a look at Special Forces Team X. This is a team-focused third-person cover-based shooter. The game was developed by Zombie Studios, the same team that made Blacklight Retribution, and today we're just going to be taking a look at some gameplay and also talking about the game's mechanics and pretty much showing you everything there is to know. Now first thing I like to talk about is the user interface. It's basically my standard first point of discussion in these videos, so let's discuss that. Oopsie, watch out for those grenades. Okay, let's see here. Alright, looks like they ran away. There he is! There he is, we got him. Okay, user interface, that was what I was trying to talk about, right? So lower left-hand corner shows your health, your consumable items like dogs and grenades, as well as your ammunition. It also shows your specialty ability, which mine is to increase the armor of myself and allies around me. Now, lower center, you'll notice that little multiplier. Basically what happens in this game is they are completely focused on team play. So when you're around your team, you get a score multiplier, which is going to help you acquire more points. So they're basically saying, play with your teammate, you'll get more points and you will level up faster. It's exactly what they're saying, in fact. Play with your teammate, you get more points, you level up faster, and there's a whole progression system within this game as well. And now lower right-hand corner is the mini-map, and then upper right-hand corner basically shows the current score of the game, the remaining time, and everything like that. Okay, watch out for that. I'm gonna try to go over here, actually. Look at that. This guy has no idea, huh? Not that I hit him at all. Oh yeah, hit him there. So that pretty much covers the UI. Let's go ahead and talk about the gameplay. Once again, this is a cover-based shooter, as you've seen. Cover system very similar to that of Gears of War. You're going to lock onto things, and then you can sort of just leap over them once you are attached to them or locked into a position. Sprinting is done with left shift, moving is done with WASD. Again, pretty standard fare. Whoa! Sorry about that, buddy. Didn't realize you were hanging out with me. Oh boy. Get away, get off, get off! Grenades. This is a precarious situation, guys. I didn't realize that the firefighting was going to be this intense early on. So yeah, cover-based system, pretty standard fare. I'm sure that it isn't even just a Gears of War thing anymore, the whole cover system mechanic. Well, not only did it exist before Gears of War, although many will say Gears of War perfected it, it's something that's pretty prevalent in shooters now. A lot of third-person shooters have a cover system. It just makes good old sense, you know what I mean? So it's nothing, again, out of the ordinary, but it is pretty decent. It's a pretty decent lock-on system. You lock on with spacebar, and then you can either hold down shift or hit spacebar again to kind of dodge from cover. Now, there isn't a mechanic to go from one cover to another, unfortunately. God, that was awful shooting. There isn't a mechanic to hop from one cover to another, but you can leap from your current cover and then just repost up in another position. Okay, so here, as you can see, the end of the match, I've accumulated XP, and that's going to continue to level me up. There is a whole character progression system, which we'll take a look at after this upcoming match, because the first thing that I want to show you is something that is pretty unique to this game, and on one hand I think is really cool, but also points to one of the major problems I have with this game, is the whole dynamic map tile system that's in place. So what's going to happen is once this counter goes down, we're going to begin voting for our map layout. So essentially what happens is there are 9 map tiles which you decide the combination of, and that determines the layout of the map that you're going to play on next. Sounds really cool, right? But the problem is, even though these 9 map tiles, and you select 3 of them to combine in any fashion that your group decides on, basically the more votes they get, those are the ones that get decided, this makes up for 100 combinations, but the problem is that's all essentially in the same sort of warehousey area. So here we go, voting has begun, and what's going to happen is there are these 3 sections, and you get to choose out of these 9 map tiles what combination of the 3 that you want. So you you can see 5 people voted for admin. Well, 4 did, and then I can make that number 5, or I can try to vote for another one, but it looks like admin's gonna get it anyways, so let's just go ahead and do that. And then this one, there's people voting for warehouse and irrigation. So yeah, there's these separate tiles, and you basically move them into place, and that determines how the map is going to be laid out. Now, again, that sounds really cool, and I haven't personally played a game like this, so for me, this is a unique thing. But at the same time, you're still basically playing in this warehouse styled area. Besides these 9 map tiles, there is no variation in environment. There's no like wooded environment, for example. You're not ever fighting in the mountains. You're always fighting in this city warehousey looking area consistently, and this is all that you have access to in this game. As cool as I think the whole 9 map tile layout is, if they were to do that with different environments and they were to have like, for example, a wooded area or something like that, that would be really, really cool, and I think I like that a lot better. But for the couple of hours that I played this game so far, having essentially the same assets over and over again starts to get pretty old. It really, really does. So that's pretty much my major complaint with this game. Not the end of the world by any means, but... And it is a fairly cheap game. It's relatively inexpensive at $15. But I definitely would like to see more variation. There's no question about that. And it's, you know, I do want to commend them for this whole tile system because, like I said, I haven't played a game that has anything like that in the past. So while it may exist, it's nothing that I personally have experience with. So it is pretty cool. But still, it's like the kid who gets a present and wants something else. I would still like to see more. So there you go. But yeah, it's a pretty neat thing. Let's go ahead and focus on the gameplay though. When you die, you can cycle between these guys, and this is going to determine sort of where you want to spawn. I'm going to spawn. Okay, looks like we're gonna be right over here. So you'll notice it's of course blue team versus red team, and you'll swap teams sometimes, which can get kind of confusing in between matches. And I'm so used to red being enemy, but if you are on the red team, it's gonna be the blues that the enemy, and you just of course want to make sure that you're always aware of which side you're fighting for, because otherwise it can get really sloppy. Ooh, that was really sloppy. I am not performing well at all. Oh well, not a big deal. Alright, let's go ahead. We're going to spawn with these guys. So yeah, you can spawn on top of your teammates, which really can help you make sure that you're always in the action, which is definitely pretty good for a shooter. Definitely want to always be in the action. Now, we've talked about the... Ooh, my lord. Get away from that. We've talked about the consumables, or the usable items. There are the dogs, as well as the grenades. The attack dogs are pretty cool. You just send them out. That is done with E and F. So E will send out my dogs, F will throw my grenades, and so I can send out a couple dogs here, and they're gonna chase him. Now, of course, I could just kill him like that, but those dogs will attack people. They're decent, you know. They'll do a little damage. They can die pretty easily as long as the opponent's paying attention. There is also melee, and if you melee someone from behind, you are going to get an instant kill. Well, it's not completely instant, but I guess what the wording I want to use is you get a guaranteed kill. Holy heck, my face got blown up by that guy. Cover is extremely important. If you're caught out of cover, you're gonna have a really hard time if an opponent's in cover and they've got you in their crosshairs. It's gonna be a pretty tough situation for you. Wow, it'd be nice if I hit that guy, yeah? I don't know if this is weird. I do know that this is weird. It's weird that I kept missing that. Okay, I'm gonna try to go. I was gonna try to go for the melee kill, but I was only gonna do that if he didn't see me. So Q is to melee, and if you do it from behind on someone, and they don't see you, then you'll kill them. It does like a takedown, basically, is how it works. So let's focus on the team play, because like I mentioned, that is the most important thing. That multiplier gonna notice go up. See how it says teaming up, and then it's gonna go ahead and start multiplying. The longer you are with your team, the higher the multiplier. So we do want to stick here with our teammates. Can't believe he didn't die. Okay, someone got him over there. Alright, leave this post, and we will move up. And then all of a sudden I drop right to Lone Wolf, just like that, because I leave my team for just a minute. Really? Oh well, we still won anyways. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look now at the progression system. Continue to acquire some XP here. And getting us close to level 7, but not quite there. So what I'm going to do is we will, instead of focusing on the map selection, I'm just going to bring you into the character customization screen, just to show you a little bit of that. Alright, so let's go ahead into weapons and gear here. So there are 2 loadouts, and you get to decide with these 2 loadouts how you want your character to be. So I've got a loadout with a sniper rifle. I'm going to switch that up, though. We're going to make this this weapon right here. And then your secondary weapon, you can either go with a pistol or a tactical knife for some really quick in-your-face kills. Much prefer the pistol since meleeing still does exist, although it's just in the form of punching. So there you go. You have these loadouts, and you select between these weapons. You unlock more weapons and items as you level up. Again, leveling up is just done by acquiring XP in-game, and sticking with your team is the best way to do that. And of course, nailing kills and things of that nature. So those are the weapons there, and there's also some secondary weapons here. You can get like these shotguns, different pistols, and stuff like that. The specialty gear items, which I called consumables, it's basically what it is. So there's flash grenades, stun grenades, mines, attack dogs, health pickup, ammo pickup is stuff you can get as well. Currently I'm just sitting on the frag grenade and the dogs because that's all I have access to at the moment. But again, you can see all sorts of different options with that there. Skills here, so there's going to be an active skill. This guy has focus, let me give him toughness there. So this is done, you hit C when you're near your allies, and it's going to give a benefit. So this one here, activate team damage resistance for a short duration. This one increases accuracy for a short duration. Then there's increased speed, it looks like that's damage, enemy player location, rewire enemy mine to be yours. Okay, and now we're on, the voting has finished, and it's time to enter the match. There's also like visual customization, how your character looks, but that doesn't really do, as far as I can tell, there's no benefit from that other than looking different than other people. So it's not like you get increased stats or anything like that. So it's there isn't this thing where besides the access to different weapons, higher level players don't have this like huge benefit to lower level players, which is certainly a good thing. I really hate to see that in games. And although this isn't a free-to-play game, so you don't have to worry about that whole microtransaction, whatever, garbage. Ooh, this weapon's pretty solid. Got that guy really low, you can see. Just shows who killed you. They say destroyed by, because apparently that's cool. But yeah, it does show who killed you and how much life they had left, so you can tell. Well, did I completely miff that up, or did I actually hit him a couple times? Here's an example of me really just screwing up. Usually I'm pretty good at shooters. Today's kind of iffy. I guess I'm not doing terrible, but I'm not doing that great either. Oh lord, that was horrendous. What did he take me out with? An M4A1, huh? Alright, so I'm gonna change loadout here so you can see when you die you get to decide which loadout you want of the 2 that you've got access to. And I'm gonna go with my loadout B now, which is, oh, apparently I didn't switch it in time? I'm not sure. I'm still the same loadout. Whatever. It's not a huge deal. It's getting hit by someone else. I'm gonna replenish my health here. So I have. Oh wow! He cooked that grenade well. Oh boy, that was good. I was like, oh yeah, he'll be fine. Oh, he throws a grenade. I'm just gonna run away. Nope, not so much. Alright, let's get some kills here. At the very least, help my team get some kills if I'm not gonna nail them. I'm gonna head over in this direction. Looks like there's some action over here. Holy heck. Awesome. You do die really, really quick, so you've got to be careful. Gotta reload. There is just not a lot of leeway in between getting shot and being able to retaliate. Not at all. Notice that guy's a chainsaw. Pretty hilarious, the existence of those. Oh god. I'm gonna try to melee him. Nope! Man, come on! I wish he didn't see me. That would have been fantastic. If we get the melee from behind, once again, that is that takedown kill, which is pretty phenomenal. Oh! Wow, that's bad. So the gunplay in this game is pretty good. Like, I do enjoy it. My major complaint is literally, my only real complaint is with just the lack of map variation, which again, it sounds weird with this whole tile setup and being able to mix things up, but there really is a lack of variation in the environments, which is kind of bothersome to me. Send out my dogs there. Come on. Come on. I switched to pistol and everything. I was in the middle of reloading, kind of had to. But yeah, the gameplay itself is pretty fun. I would really like if there was a mechanic to go from one cover spot to another, because again, there isn't. You can leave your cover spot and you can repost up, but that doesn't exist, and that would be nice. It'd be nice if it did. Oh my lord. Grenade. Okay, let's go with the team here. And we only need 10 more points to win. I love how I say let's go with the team and then I'm nowhere near any of my teammates, right? That makes sense. Oh well, whatever. That's weird. And we got the victory. Okay. Oh, how'd I do overall? 5 and 6. Not that great, but you know. That's fine. Alright, so that's basically it. That is basically the game. There's really not a whole heck of a lot more for me to show you. It is multiplayer only, that is it. We've got the whole dynamic tile system, which is kind of neat, but for the third or fourth time here, I would like to see more variation than that. So that really does sort of get old after some time, to me personally. If you don't really care and you're just there for the multiplayer action and you don't mind if it's basically the same map over and over again with just different layouts, then that might not be a problem for you. Character progression seems fine. The weapons they're just different variations of weapons. They don't seem increasingly more powerful or anything like that. There are multiple game types. We've been looking at team deathmatch, but there are things like capture the flag. There's like a VIP mode. There's like a zone control as well. There's just very few people who are playing this game. In fact, let me show you that. That's obviously alarming and cause for concern, but if I filter games and I just check out games that have at least one person in it, there's only one thing going right now. That's it. So not a lot of people playing this game, which makes you wonder, Team focused gameplay is neat. I like the whole multiplier thing. It essentially punishes you or hinders your leveling experience if you're not playing with your team and you're not within their vicinity. I think that they could be a little more lenient in terms of the radius that you need to be near one of your allies in order to get the multiplier bonus, because it seems like it drops very quickly if you leave them for just a brief moment, which is sort of frustrating to deal with. But anyways, nevertheless, there is that. And also, there are games from multiple teams. Now, you can basically play with up to 4 teams in some of the game modes. So we've been playing 2 teams, one-on-one, but you can play with up to 4 teams, which you could imagine would get a lot more hectic. But once again, really at this moment, just not a lot of people playing. Now, to be fair, I'm playing in the early morning, so maybe that's part of the reason why, but still, 5 people online, you know? I don't know, my friends. I do not know. All right, well, that's going to do it. This game is currently available on Steam. Once again, this is Special Forces Team X, the team-focused third-person cover-based shooter from Zombie Studios. Thank you guys so much for watching this basics look of the game. If you like the content, please subscribe. And as always, keep watching and keep owning.